Okay kids, here we go. This is my second video, and what I'm going to talk about today is jury service. I live in the state of New Hampshire, and in the state of New Hampshire they select you for jury service by your driver's license and or by your voter registration. So probably about 2 months ago, today is September 25th, 2006, about 2 months ago, got a letter saying I was going to be, I have been selected for jury service, and starting on September 11th actually, September 11th was my first day of jury service. What happens in the state of New Hampshire is you're actually selected for a month at a time. You have to show up for 4 consecutive Mondays, and you're seated in their jury pool. If they pick your name for a case, they ask you about it. If you have any concerns, you have to voice them. Then the judge and the lawyers make a decision as to whether you can sit on that jury. So anyway, you have to do that 4 consecutive Mondays. If they don't need you, they send you home, and you're free to go until the following Monday. Well, on September 11th, I was selected for a case. It lasted 3 days, and went back the following Monday. Didn't get selected for a case. Went back today, which is September 25th, and guess what? I was picked again. I was the first one picked for the jury this time. So, needless to say, 2 out of 3 weeks so far, I have been selected to serve my civic duty for the state of New Hampshire on a jury. I think it's kind of ludicrous to make you serve for a month, but I guess that's life. The first case was sort of easy enough. I can talk about it now that the case is over. Won't give you any names, but it was a simple assault case. Simple assault. There were 2 individuals. They were roommates for about 15 years. Roommates for 5 of 15 years. They were friends throughout. This woman actually was accused of simple assault on her male roommate. So that case had its twists and turns in itself. Pretty much ended up being a he said, she said. He had lots of scratches on his neck. They were fresh scratches. He also had bruises, which were old bruises. She kind of had to figure out what was going on with this guy. He had some mental health issues. He had been depressed, and I'm not quite sure if he's on medication or not, but so it ended up being a he said, she said, and I mean, how do you find the truth in that? You find the truth from the witnesses and the testimony given. She actually took the stand in her defense, and she pretty much burned her own bridges when she made some comments about a vacuum. The deal was, he came home on, let's say, August 10th of 2005. They had some problems in May of 2005, so he went home to live with his parents. And off and on came back to the house to get clothes or his mail or what have you. On August 10th he came home, and he says he was cleaning the apartment and it didn't meet her approval. So she pushed him and threw him down to the floor and kicked him and pretty much roughed him up. He didn't go to the police right away because he was frightened. He admitted on the stand when he was giving his testimony that this had happened before in the past, and that he was afraid that she might actually track him down and kind of beat him up some more. She was only 5'8", about 180 maybe. And he was approximately the same size and weight. But he mentioned that she had some karate training or Tai Chi training in her background, and that she did free weights. So she wasn't as sweet and innocent as she looked. This whole deal with the vacuum is the next day, on the 11th, he gets a phone call from her saying the vacuum's broken, what's going on with it? And he says, either I broke the vacuum or I don't know what's going on. She said she got hit in the leg with it, and it really hurt her. And in addition, he said that they drove around for a while looking for money to buy a new vacuum or go to a bank or to try to find a new vacuum. She says all I did was call him up and ask him what was wrong with the vacuum, and she also wanted to warn him that the vacuum was broken so he wouldn't hurt himself since she hurt her leg with it. So that pretty much in my eyes sealed it for me that she's pretty much talking a bunch of shit. And so the he said, she said, and Wayne, the testimony that they both gave, pretty much we sided with him, and she was found guilty. Anyway, that's the whole deal with that. I just wanted to give you my take on the jury service, terms of jury service for the state of New Hampshire. That's pretty much all I got for now. I'll touch base with you guys again soon. Have a good day.